Hey guys, down here, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery, where we're trying to bring your practice to the $1 million mark each year. I had a question from one of my colleagues, and he was asking me recently, how is it that we pay or reimburse for our associates? So if you go into the Podiatry Practice Mastery Academy, you'll see there's a couple of sample contracts in there. But to keep it real simple, what we do is we give the new doctors, the associates, a salary, and usually that's anywhere, between 100, 120, or, something like that, 120,000 a year. And so then we'll take that and we will divide it, right? So divide it by 12, and so that would be about 10,000 per month. And then we look at their production each month, and each month we use Athena, so there's a report that comes out. There's a special report that comes out to us, and we can look at it, and we can see how much we produced, or each of the doctors produced, and everyone earns 30%, right? So you get 30% of what we produce. So let's say you produce, $100,000. So then you would be earning $30,000. So if their salary then was $10,000, right, and they had $20,000 above, we would do that bonus, and we tend to pay out the bonuses every 3 months for them. So we do it every 3 months, like a rotating interval. So the doctors have an option. They can get a lower salary and more bonus, or they can get a higher salary and less bonus, or maybe even no bonus or negative bonus. That's how it is with the associates, so it's a 30% draw. We think that's fair. We used to do a couple of other calculations that were a little more complex, like once they bring in twice their salary, they get 20% above that. It was just a little too confusing, so we found that 30% is fair considering our overhead, especially since they're not seeing as many patients. Now, how does it work with the doctors? Well, with the doctors that are partners, we all get the 30% draw, and then at the end of the year, we take all the expenses, subtract them, and what's left over, we divide it up according to our percentage of ownership. So that's how we do our disbursements in our office, and it works pretty well. I find that it kind of motivates people. Now, do we do any carve-outs? We have a couple of carve-outs in our practice. What I mean by carve-outs are things that are kind of really expensive. And I was trying to push kind of for a calculation, like of 30% of it. Let's say, like for example, amnio. Amnio, we buy it for $500 and we charge $1,500. So the thought is, well, that's a high percentage thing, so we might kind of carve that one out. I know when I was doing like collagen dressings, they tend to be kind of expensive. Also, grafts, you get reimbursed well, but they also are very expensive. AFOs, once again, you might pay, let's say, $600 or $800, and you might get twice that back. So there's certain things that are expensive, but they also reimburse well. So you have to figure out if you're going to have any carve-outs in your contract and kind of figure out how you're going to do that as well. If you want to see this contract that we have, it's within the 30-day practice blueprint in there under the extra material. You can go to podiatrypracticemastery.com to learn more about it. Okay, thanks.